looks like Ragiroth do.
Ragiroth Enterprises.
How's it going, guys? Rich from Ragiroth Enterprises here again with another trailer from Gamescom, another game I've talked a decent amount with by myself or with Mark Unart. This time, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So we get some new gameplay of some new characters, ones that we kind of already knew were in the game. It does take away some of the oomph from it, but these are, I really like all four of these characters, so I don't mind terribly. Honestly, this is probably my favorite gameplay trailer for the game, at least in a while. No, actually no, screw that. This is my favorite gameplay trailer for the game, period. You know, the characters and the level are fantastic. And like I said, I like all four of these characters. So I'm so glad Ghost Rider, Dormammu, and Firebrand are returning. And Jedha, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, he's my favorite Darkstalkers character, one of my favorite Capcom characters, and I'm really happy to finally get some proper gameplay of him. There is one thing that would have made this trailer better. It's another certain character whose name begins with a V, who I've mentioned in other videos before. Yeah, Venom. Which, unfortunately, you know, leads me to some bad news. You know me, I like getting the bad news out of the way first. For those that don't know, the roster has been confirmed to be only 30, which means no Venom and no Monster Hunter. Venom, I think, is most likely DLC now, and the Monster Hunter, I think, has actually been spotted as a DLC character, which really sucks because Venom being in the base roster, I think, would have made me and a lot of other people really happy, and I think taken away some of the bitterness and hate that this game has been receiving. Because Venom is a very popular Marvel character. He's one of the most requested characters, if not the most requested, to come back that was in 2, but not in 3. And I think it would have maybe gotten rid of that stigma of Marvel only focusing on the cinematic universe with their roster. Yes, I know, Nova hasn't been in a movie yet, but the Nova Corps have been mentioned times in movies like Guardians of the Galaxy. And hey, Nova's great, don't get me wrong, but I think more people know and like Venom. And yes, okay, I know Captain Marvel hasn't gotten a movie yet, but she's getting one. That's what really matters. Oh, and yes, I know Ghost Rider has been in a new movie either, but he's in Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is part of the cinematic universe. But okay, you know, it sucks. I'm not thrilled about that. But seeing this trailer kind of took away some of that bitterness that I had recently, and I was smiling and, you know, being like, yes, as I was watching it. So anyway, first we see Ghost Rider. By the way, I love that him and Jedha have a rivalry. They're probably going to be my main team, and it's just so cool to see them having a rivalry with each other from the story trailer and from Ghost Rider's words he has to say to Jedha in this. Oh, by the way, like, I don't know how I feel about Jedha's voice yet. I think it is growing on me. At first, I was like, but I think I'm warming up to it. And I am upset that Ghost Rider doesn't have the voice actor that voiced him in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, who actually voiced him in, I think, other things, like a Hulk cartoon or something like that, like from way back when. That voice was so cool. But this one isn't bad either. It's still fitting. It's still pretty badass. So it's not a huge deal. But it seems like Ghost Rider does have a couple new moves. I know he has like this rapid whip kind of move he does to Jedha in the beginning of the trailer with his gameplay, which is really cool. Or actually, no, my bad, he does that to Dormammu. And he seems a little faster. I know he was considered one of the worst characters in the last game. Honestly, he's one of my best. I know I'm not someone competitively. I'm not someone that plays competitively. But hey, you know, I'm not going to complain if he's considered a bit better. As for Firebrand, another one of my characters that I feel like that I like, but a lot of other people don't like. He seems like he's gotten a little bit of new things. I think he has like a whirlwind kind of move. It does seem like his moveset is a little more varied, and I love that move, the super move he does to Dormammu, where he like grabs him by the head and just slams him into the ground. Pretty badass. As for my boy Jedha, I have nothing but basically good things to say about him. I know he was kind of censored, which kind of sucks, but I think what they kind of figured out to work around that is really cool with the purple goo, and I actually think it looks really nice. In a way, I kind of like it more than the blood. But he has so many moves that he's done in previous games, and they look so friggin' awesome. and it looks like he has the move where he drags you down to hell or whatever, and just kind of just slices you a bunch of times or something like that. Yeah, it looks like he slices you a bunch of times. And the funny thing is, and I always thought this was cool, but I think a lot of Jetta's names for his super and special moves in previous Darkstalkers games were Latin or Italian, which I always thought was neat. I don't know if they're still going to call that now, but I will call the first one, being of Italian descent, Scusa de Pace, de Clausi, for now, until we get a proper name for it. As for the other one, which I also think is amazing and kind of funny, the one where he slams you a bunch of times on the ground with the purple goo hand and then slams you into like, I guess, a contract for your soul or something. That was another move he had. Awesome. And I also love that every character has their own unique kind of splat on the contract. Like I could tell Ghost Rider kind of has his own. I'm going to call this Contracto Escusio for now. And then, there's Dormammu. Hey, Dormammu's another great addition, and I think he even deserved to be in more now because of his extra relevancy with the Doctor Strange movies. He doesn't seem like he has that much more noticeable new things. I noticed there's like that really cool new effect. I don't know if he had that before, where like he lights the ground fully on fire, and you can basically like juggle you on the ground for a bit with all these fiery thorns. I think that looks freaking amazing. Otherwise, he doesn't really seem to have that much differences, aside from maybe like a couple like up close physical attacks. But I don't really have anything bad to say about any of them. They all look great. They're all characters I really like, and in my opinion at least, are characters that deserve to be in. Maybe Firebrand being the one that I'm a little questionable with. Like, I love Firebrand, but there's other Capcom characters I would have probably taken in before he got in. Like, at least if we're talking veterans, I would have much rather had Wesker or Virgil back. But I guess Wesker and Virgil probably sell DLC a bit more than Firebrand would, so maybe it's kind of good he's in now, so he's out of the way, Oh, and we also get another glimpse at the pre-order costumes, which look cool. I mean, only ones I'm really interested in are Evil Ryu, which surprisingly looks a little like Ashura, which has me a bit concerned for Ashura's chances in the future, but it might be nothing. And then Command Mission X, not too crazy about Warrior Thor, Gladiator, Hulk. But it does suck that Monster Hunter is going to probably be one of the Capcom characters. No offense to the character, I'm sure it'll be kind of a cool character. Oh, also, apparently it's been noted, I think, to be female, so it's another female character for people not happy with the amount of females in this game. But I've never gotten into the Monster Hunter series, and I feel like Capcom focuses on that a lot, as opposed to giving games and love to some of their older games, so it is kind of annoying that, it has to be getting in over another character that I would really like from another game. And so there's only one more Capcom DLC character that could be in. So, and I think it's probably safe to say the Marvel side is probably going to be Black Panther, I guess Venom, even though, he's technically not a new character. I hope at least it's Eddie Brock, or at least a more traditional Venom. No offense to Flash Thompson Venom, but I'd rather the big hulking monstrous Venom be in. And then I guess Winter Soldier, which would be great. So I think that's about it for this. Let me know if you guys are happy with this gameplay trailer, if you're happy with the roster. Did this trailer impress any of you? Do you care about any of these characters? I know Jetta's a generally well-received new addition, but I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. As always, check out Mark Yoon art in the channel description below. As always, another time, another place. Keep being awesome.